Hey, it's AM 600 Kogo, San Diego's news and talk station. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter by going to our website over at kogo.com. It's LaDonna Live with you until 3 o'clock. And as we head into Memorial Day, I gave you a little bit of the history of the holiday and how it came about. It really was kind of scattered across the country. And then finally, Congress decided that they would make it into one specific day that we would honor all of our war dead. It started with ladies who on a specific day would decorate the graves of Confederate war dead. And it moved on to what it is today, and we have to appreciate that. Somebody who's reaching out to our military is Pastor Miles McPherson of the Rock Church. Hey, Pastor, how are you?
How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing excellent. Now, tell us a little bit about what you guys at the Rock are doing on Sunday.
Well, we're going to have Admiral Bill French and retired Rear Admiral Ronnie Foreman there throughout the day. Interviewing them. We're going to have a color guard in the morning, and we're having all the military who attend the church or are visiting to wear their uniforms, and we're going to just want to be a blessing to them that day, and just we acknowledge them every week practically by saying something to them online or in the service. But this day we'll have a special guest being interviewed and just honor them as we acknowledge them in the sanctuary.
And Pastor, you guys actually reach out to the military in quite a few different ways for people who might not be familiar with the Rock Church over on Point Loma. There is quite a little bit of ministry that you do. Can you kind of run down for folks how you reach out to our military?
Yeah, first let me say, being at Liberty Station, I'm sure everybody knows, but there may be a few dozen. It used to be the Naval Training Center, so we're on old military base. And part of the Naval Training Center has about 500 military homes still on it. So we have a military that walk to church because they're right there on the same property. Liberty Station is about 365 acres. And we also have the Marine housing right down the street on Barnett. And some of those people actually walk to church. It's a little bit, maybe a mile, but it's very close. We have a military ministry. There's about 200 volunteers involved. 50 of those are really hardcore, involved pretty regularly. And they right now they're servicing the USS Germantown and its crew of about 300 and a trauma center in Afghanistan of about 200 people. We send care packages to them, worship CDs, cards, notes, prayer. We receive prayer requests. We send worship CDs, or sermon CDs as well. But we also support their family here. If they have to move, we can help them move. We do babysitting and prepping the families for being separated from their loved ones. And so we work with the families, we're ministering to the military on both ends, because as you know, if one spouse leaves, they have another spouse home with the kids. So when they come to church, or if they don't come to church, if we can help them in their community, we do that, and it's been a blessing.
There are so many ways that San Diego does reach out to the people who are active duty in the military and their families. I know there's Homefront San Diego that helps with a lot of physical needs. And, if a military family needs a crib, they will go out and find them a crib. And it's really an amazing thing. I think that we are a little bit luckier here in San Diego because we do have such a large military presence that we're used to it and we have respect for it. And, many people reach out, whereas other people don't have military bases in their town and perhaps don't have that connection like we do.
Yeah, we are blessed, and I think we need to acknowledge the sacrifice that they make. There's no greater life than a person can have for another person than to die for them, which is what Christ did for us. And so these men and women, and a lot of them the kids, are putting their life on the line, and they know that going in. They're putting their life on the line for us. The least we can do is lend a helping hand to them while they're in the military and when they get out of the military, and support them. Support them, especially now during wartime, that we just be there for them and however they would to serve them however they need it.
Now, Pastor Miles, how many people do you have in the Rock Church as it is? Because when I was driving down there, I was just amazed at how big it is.
Well, on a Sunday, 11, 12, 13,000, give or take, and that's on a given Sunday. Throughout a month's time, there are several more thousand than that come throughout the month, because everybody doesn't come every week. So it's hard to say, but on a weekend, 11, 12,000 people will show up. And our desire is to motivate all those people to do something in San Diego. We want to provide hope to everybody in San Diego in all the different ways they are lost, or the different ways they need help. And so whether it be homeless, whether it be elderly and convalescent homes, kids in foster care, or military families. So however we can help people, we want to do that, and that's what we've been mobilizing thousands of people to do every week.
Now, again, for this weekend, if anybody is just joining us, we have Pastor Miles McPherson from the Rock Church, who is here talking to us a little bit about a special Sunday service and a special Sunday, actually, for the military at the Rock Church. Give us a quick rundown again of what you guys are doing this weekend on this Sunday, and some information on how people can get in touch as well.
Well, they can get in touch. The website is sdrock.com, sdrock.com. And we have our normal 5 services, and they're on the website, 8, 10, 12, 5, and 7. And we're going to have an active admiral and a retired admiral there that I'm going to interview. We're going to ask all the military to come in their uniform. We're going to have color guard in the morning. And so it'll be a very pro-military Sunday. I'm teaching on a series called The Jesus Dilemma. And I'm going to be talking about the disciples of Christ and the fact that they suffered for their faith, just like these soldiers are doing on behalf of our country. And so we invite everybody out. As always, everybody's welcome. Come casual and be ready for God to touch your heart, because He's going to do that if you're ready.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for what you've done for our military, especially as we go into this weekend when we're all, it's really top of mind for us. And as I said, I think we're so fortunate in that we live here, so it's not difficult to reach out to military, especially on this weekend, and really feel a kinship for them and give some time to actually think about the ultimate sacrifice that so many have made here from San Diego, people who lived here in San Diego who have died for this country.
Yeah, and I would just to give a last encouragement to the listening audience. You know, a lot of the military, I don't know the percentage, but a lot of them live here, but they're not from here. They're from all over the country.
Right.
And if I can encourage you, when you see someone in uniform or suspect they're in the military, just go up and thank them. Just tell them thank you for the service they give to our country, because you know, unless you're in the military, unless you've been in battle, which I have not, you don't understand the sacrifice they really make. And I'm sure it will go a long way. I do it all the time in airports, in In-N-Out Burger, wherever it is, and just thank them, and you could see the appreciation on their face. So I would just encourage everybody to do that.
I don't think it's going to be difficult to take that advice. Thanks a lot, Pastor Miles. I appreciate it.
Have a great day.
All right. And we'll put a link to the Rock Church on our website as well at kogo.com, as they do a lot of military outreach. And you certainly have to appreciate anybody who will back up the people who have our backs, essentially. And I'm all for that. It's AM 600 Kogo, San Diego's news and talk station. Remember to follow us on Facebook and Twitter by going to our website at kogo.com. First of all, this day is flying, okay? And second, we're just jam-packed. Coming up a little bit later, we're going to talk to Michael Saltzman about a couple of bills that they're bandying about up in the assembly in Sacramento that are meant to hurt us some more and make it more difficult for us to hire people. It's ridiculous. It's AM 600 Kogo, San Diego's news and talk station. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.